Today, you'll learn about a common mistake people make when strength training for fat loss. The common mistake that people make is not progressing over time. They perform the same weight, reps, and sets longer than they should. The human body is an adaptation machine. No matter if you are a beginner or advanced lifter, you'll find that your body adapts to the stimulus that you put on it. Most people who step into the gym don't make any progress. They do the same weights over and over again, expecting a greater result. However, once your body gets used to the stimulus that you put on it, you need to keep adding or changing the stimulus to keep making progress. And that is what we're going to be talking about today, which is progressive overload. Progressive overload is the act of increasing the stimulus that you put on your body little by little over time. Progressive overload allows your body to adapt and see gradual improvements. Progressive overload can be done by increasing the weight, increasing reps, increasing sets, altering a movement, or by changing a movement. Progressing over time is important for fat loss because it allows you to get stronger and maintain muscle mass. If your body always has the same stimulus, then your body won't grow. This is the first of a series of videos where we'll talk about the different ways to progress. Today we're going to be talking about increasing the weights that you are lifting. Increasing the weight is probably my favorite way to progress, because who doesn't want to see the weights that they are lifting go up? Today you are going to learn about 3 principles when it comes to increasing the weight on the bar. The first principle is to increase the weight by the smallest increment. Most gyms have dumbbells that go up by either 1 or 2 kilos. Weight plates generally go up by 1.25 on each side. So something like this. So if you put 1 on each side, that's 2.5 kilos in total. You can even get micro plates, which are things like this. It's 0.5 kilograms. So you add 1 on each side. So it ends up being an increase of 1 kilogram instead of 2.5. But most commercial gyms only have the 1.25, so you have to work with what you've got. The important thing to remember is that whatever increment that's available to you, you increase it by the smallest amount possible. The second principle is to make sure that you don't sacrifice technique to increase the weight. There's a time and place for technique breakdown. However, 99% of the time when you train, technique shouldn't break down. The third principle that we're going to discuss is that if you're in between weights, so for example, 10 kilograms is too easy for you to do, but the next increment up, which is 12 kilograms, is too hard. What do you do then? Well, you always want to pick on the side of lighter than heavier. So for this example, you'll pick the 10 kilogram one and focus on perfecting the technique. This choosing the lighter weight allows you to progress quicker and more frequently. Because if you say this is your maximum and you already start up here, then your ceiling is pretty, you get close to your ceiling very quickly. But if you start down here, then every week you can increase the weight, perfecting technique, getting your body used to the heavier loads, so that when you get closer to your ceiling, you can do more reps or even increase the weight. A common question that gets asked is, how do you know when to increase the weight? So let's say, for example, your goal is 10 reps and you pick a weight that you can do, but you can do it for like 20 reps easily. Then in that case, you need to increase the weight so that at around the 10 rep mark, it starts getting hard for you, but your technique isn't breaking down yet. But on the other side of that is that, say your goal is also 10, but you get to like 5 reps and you're already struggling. You start, say you're doing bicep curls, you start swinging at from the 5th rep onwards, then the weight is too heavy and you need to lower the weight so you can do the 10 reps comfortably and without any swinging. So, you're just like this, probably, start slowing down as you get to 8, but you can still do it. You're not like, throwing your back and your gravity to help you lift that weight because that's too heavy for you. So once you can hit those parameters, then you increase the weight. So going back to principle number 2, if you're unsure, you have a choice between 10 and 12 kilos, then go for the lighter weight. And then once 10 kilos gets really easy, you can do it without breaking a sweat, and then you increase it to 12 kilos and you repeat the process. So that's a quick run through of progressive overload using adding weight. Stay tuned because next week we're going to be talking about progressive overload by adding reps. Till next time, this is Brian from Brian B Fitness. See ya.